Thank you, John. Hello, everyone. Hi, Super Happy Fun America. I am so thrilled to be here today. John Hugo asked me to speak. I will be speaking on the topic of education. I don't want to bore you with a lot of details, but these are some things that have to be said. And the things that I'm going to, can you hear me? All right. So some of the things I'm going to talk about are the LGBTQIA curriculum. LGBTQIA curriculums that are finding their way into our public school systems. So, a hearty welcome to our Antifa protesters who are essentially here to shut us down and to mute free speech. They have a right to be here, and we have a right to be here. To the young people, to any young people out there who are watching, listen, we are giving you an inheritance of free speech. Protect it, okay? And make sure that you value it. I'm going to tell you something that almost no one knows in the time frame that was allotted to me. I will walk you through it. First, the latest Nations report card that gauges student performance was released about 2 years ago. And what that report said was basically our fourth graders across the nation, not just in our impoverished areas, but our lowest performing fourth grade students, they actually scored lower than when the test results came out 2 years prior. So we've got some academic issues in our school districts. We hear it all the time, that attention must be paid to academics. However, there were some school districts around the United States that are now implementing LGBTQIA curriculum. So what does LGBTQIA stand for? It stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender. Q stands for questioning/queer. I stands for intersex, and A stands for asexual. The states that are either currently implementing this or slated to implement it are California, New Jersey, and now Colorado has come on board. So why have these states chosen these particular adult sexual topics to introduce to our elementary students as well as our high school students around the country? Well, couldn't they spend money much better if they implemented an extended math program, or perhaps an enhanced reading program for our kids? Before I answer that question, I first want to applaud 6 states, Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, Oklahoma, South Carolina, and Texas, who said, no way, we're not putting this in our curriculum. So why did they refuse? Perhaps it's because we have far more pressing issues in our school districts today. Simply stated, American children need to improve in the areas of basic skills. So, it is indeed strange that there is an agenda being pushed here. Everyone that I know is asking me, why? I have conversations with friends who say, it doesn't make sense. Do you know what I tell them? Follow the money. There's a money trail here. So, by mandating the LGBTQIA history be taught in school districts, it immediately created multi-million-dollar industries overnight. That's what this is really all about. There will be high-paid consultants on hand to get school districts ready, money to purchase books for implementation, money to train teachers to teach LGBTQIA history under the guise of history lessons. To the taxpayers who weren't wanted this in their school district, they will surely absorb the cost. Who will pay the ultimate cost? All of us. You all know the answer to that. The United States of America will pay the cost when our children cannot read and write well or compete on a global level. These children are our future, and I know that sounds trite. However, it's true. So what's included in some of these new LGBTQIA curriculums? I took a look at California's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, questioning queer, intersex. I have to catch my breath, it's a lot. Questioning queer, intersex, and asexual curriculum. If you look at California's website, and I really do urge you, please, go on California's website and check out some of what's in this curriculum, because this is coming likely to a state near you, and hopefully your voices will be heard before it is actually mandated. What I found on the website was very peculiar, so I found some samples of what kids are learning in schools in California. One of them is about the famous writer, Emily Dickinson. How many of you know Emily Dickinson's writing? Awesome, right? So one of the things in the curriculum, it questions, was she a lesbian? Is it really important? So I'll pause there and let that marinate with you for a minute. Imagine that, Emily Dickinson. I have enjoyed many of her poems, my favorite poem being Because I Could Not Stop for Death. Did I ever question her sexuality? No. It would have been a ridiculous notion to contemplate. As a young woman, I simply enjoyed her writings. That's it. So another item that I found in their curriculum is about one of our presidents, President Buchanan. It questions whether or not he was gay. And here's a quote from their curriculum. You really should check this out. It says, Buchanan never married and had a very good friend who was living with him. He may have been gay. I'm not sure how that's important when it comes to academics. This reckless questioning sets children on a slippery slope. We have honored these individuals for their contributions to society, and what a slap in the face to their memories to now question their sexuality. This type of teaching and learning is dangerous and is not based on facts. In addition to that, it sets our children on a course of questioning the most innocent of relationships in our society. A kiss from their grandmother to her friend. A kiss between two good buddies. A man who wants to rent a room in his house to a boarder. This line of thinking is twisted and destructive. For most children, their gender is a fundamental part of who they are. The vast majority of children are not confused about their sex. And it's something that they were never ever preoccupied with until today. Why start them down that path now? Child psychiatrists will tell us that a healthy childhood leads to a healthy adulthood. Children need stability, not confusion and indoctrination. I'm wrapping up. Let's take a look at what's happening in today's society. There is a drug known as puberty blockers for transgender children. These puberty blockers retard puberty. That means that young girls who take these blockers will not have a menstrual cycle, they will not grow breasts. Young boys who take these blockers, their voices will not change and they will not grow facial hair. It is suggested that they begin the blockers before puberty, and many children in America right now are on these puberty blockers. So follow the money, right? Here is a little more information with regard to how much these blockers cost. Are you still with me? Okay, I don't want to lose you. So following to the money, the cost of puberty block, approximately $1,200 to $1,300 per month for injections, and can range from $4,000 to $19,000 for an implant. In years gone by, corporations would see a need in our society, and then they would meet that need. They would create something that society needed. Wake up, America. There is a market being created. They are preying on the weakest of us by confusion about something that is so innocent and basic as gender. And there are industries that are waiting to cash in. We cannot sit on the sidelines. We need good, caring teachers, school principals, clergymen, and parents who are willing to speak up for children's well-being. If this generation continues down the path we're on, undermining the basic identity of our children, the society that follows them will be raised by a programmed generation of parents with no ability to think critically and about our fundamental human values. We are all the guardians of this generation who is struggling to find their way. Childhood is wrought with choices. That's nothing new. And it is short-lived. Let's allow our children that short window of innocence and wonderment that we enjoy. We cannot continue to experiment with children, because one thing is for sure, once a child is confused and stripped of their innocence, it will spill over into adulthood. There will be no do-overs, and no one will apologize for the confusion that has been set in motion. I leave you with a few good questions. School districts have always dealt with the special needs of students on a case-by-case basis. Where is the overwhelming need to teach lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersex, and asexual history that supersedes basic academic success? There are also, let's ponder this for a minute, there are also major cities. This is like a third world issue, really. There are major cities now with lead in the water. North New Jersey just discovered there's lead in the water, and Detroit, Michigan has lead in the water. We know that lead in the water can threaten brain function and physical health to children. And so clearly LGBTQIA is not the most serious thing that we need to concentrate on right now. We have other issues in America to concentrate on to get our children to where they need to be. Can we at least allow our children to complete high school before plunging them into adult topics that even adults don't fully understand? There is a real academic urgency for kids to be able to excel. Not just small academic improvements, but great ones too. In cities like Detroit, Chicago, Baltimore, and Newark, New Jersey, and right here in Boston. There are parents with kids in different affluent areas in America whose children struggle academically as well. They also are looking for improvement. In all zip codes in America, we can find our best and brightest who need to continue to be challenged. So why divert children's attention from their academic studies and introduce them to an LGBTQIA curriculum? Instead, this is what I suggest. You want the mic? I heard that. That's a good one. Instead, how about lessons on how to work systemically with all people? Wouldn't that make more sense and cost less? Or what about lessons in good citizenship? Just being a good citizen. Teaching kids how to be good, productive people. Thank you very much. God bless America.